Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Coffee Chats. Today is July 30th. How is everybody today? Does everyone know what's happening next Wednesday on the 7th? What's happening?
Ice cream social.
Woohoo! Yay, I'm so excited. What's happening next Wednesday? Ice cream social. Woohoo! All right. So tomorrow the tickets go on sale officially. So you can pick them up at the concierge. So please get your tickets, tell your friends, tell your family members, and we'll have a good time. It's always a blast. So I'm looking forward to it. And that, of course, is music starts at 6 and food at 5, so next Wednesday. All right, I'll tell you what's going on for the week. So today at 10 a.m., our very own Joe Amato is going to be speaking. So let's support him. He has written one of his numerous books, and this one is The Spring of Springs. Isn't that a pretty book? Kind of a lovely cover, huh? So if you are available, head up to Marion Hall at 10 a.m. To hear Joe. And then I'll just move on. That's kind of what we have for today. The 31st, tomorrow, Wednesday, we have our course, and we always have our TED Talks at 1 p.m. So the three topics are, with special intelligence, AI will understand the real world. I love the little ha, ooh, ah, of the comments. Why is it so hard to make healthy decisions? Shaping life through healthy habits for health and wellness. So those are the three topics on the TED Talks on 991. At 1:30 we always have our 500 on Wednesdays, and 7 p.m. of course we have bingo and 500 every Wednesday. Thursday the 1st, 9/11 we have a recorded coffee chats. On 991, our excursion this week it's another Let's Go Fishing on Lake Riley in Eden Prairie. There's still room if you're wanting to go, so sign on up. I have yet to look at the weather. I think it still looks like it's going to be a nice day. Yay! So if you want to go, there's still room. I have to let them know how many people have signed up. So please take a peek if you have any interest in being on the water and enjoying that on pontoons. It's a great organization. And it's a lot of fun. You don't even have to think, you can just go and float and enjoy the water. Having said that, because it can be stressful to have to control a boat, so to have someone do it for you and enjoy it is pretty nice. And if you'd like to fish, this is your opportunity. Having said that, this is an organization. They are always looking for funding to help support them. I have 2 envelopes. I have one in my office, and I have there's one up with Pat. So I'm going to hand this one in probably by the end of the week. So if you are wanting to go, or if you have participated, we've only really had one person donate. So we would love for you to throw some money in there so I can send this out. So there you go. There's my plug for Let's Go Fishing. Also, if you are going on the excursion, the only thing they require is, I'll have it printed out who is going, but you need to sign it, and that's all you have to do, and I'll have that with Sandy Lear. So she'll have this, but just FYI, you will have to sign this. And it's just a guest boarding pass release of liability, and it's a photo approval form that has to be signed. All right, let's see. So that's the excursion, and then Friday, 1 p.m., we have our coffee chats. We have bridge and poker on Fridays at 1. Every Friday we have our social hour, a happy hour, Marion Hall. And then 7 p.m. we have our movie, which is Mr. Mom. During a recession, automobile engineer is eliminated. His wife finds a job before he does, so he becomes the homemaker and caregiver. And this is a movie that I grew up with, and it's hilarious. I think it's Michael Keaton in that. It's a great movie, so if you're available. I understand there was an issue with the movie last Friday. Ellen and I are going to troubleshoot today, so that if that occurs, there's a couple steps that maybe we can take on her. If I'm not here, that she will be able to do. And then I know there's another resident that's going to hand over some potential CDs as well, so there'll be alternative movies to happen on Friday. And you were able to watch something, Ellen? There was an alternative something on Friday that happened? Okay, so you were able to at least watch another movie, which is good. At least you're there, you can watch a movie. But we're still working on it, and I think once Ellen and I meet, that will probably be a good stepping stone. This Saturday at 8 a.m., there's bridge, and 7 p.m. we always have bingo on Saturdays. Next Monday, 1 p.m. knit and chat. 7 p.m. we have 500 next Monday. So I guess my big thing is ice cream social. We also have wonderful lawn games. If you are wanting to utilize them, please do so. It's a fun social thing to do, get you outside. When the sun's going down, it's a little bit cooler, might be a good opportunity to go out and start a game of croquet, for instance. It can be a lot of fun. So use them, they are for you. That's what I have for the week. Any questions? Okay, all right, I'll hand it over to Jeff.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Give me one moment here. Okay. There's a guy that lives in New York. He's got 2 girlfriends. One lived in Brooklyn and one lived in the Bronx. He lived in Manhattan. He could never decide which one to visit. He liked both of them equally and decided that he would just throw it to fate. He knew that when he went down to get the train, he would descend the stairs into the subway, and pretty soon the train would come. And if it was the Bronx train, he'd get on that train to go visit the girl in the Bronx. If it was the Brooklyn train, he'd get on and visit the girl in Brooklyn. And what made it great was that the train ran equally every 10 minutes. So he decided he would go down the train at random times during the day or night. He didn't know the schedules of these trains, but he knew that every 10 minutes there would be a Brooklyn train, and every 10 minutes there would be a Bronx train. He figures his chances are 50-50 either way. However, he finds himself going to the Brooklyn 9 out of 10 times. Even though the trains run equally every 10 minutes to each location, he chooses random times to go down, and the train he ends up 9 out of 10 times going to Brooklyn. Why is this happening?
You can't spell right. B-R-O, B-R-O, B-R-O are the same.
Can't spell right, no. You're disqualified from further guesses.
He can't read.
You're disqualified from further guesses. Every 10 minutes, 9 out of 10 times. Where did he go the most? Brooklyn? What if the Bronx train came 1 minute after the Brooklyn train?
Oh,
The starting times weren't evenly dispersed, they were a minute apart.
okay. That's like our elevators in the building.
For the second time, Mike, you're disqualified from making any further comments.
Point well taken, boss.
How many of you watched the Olympics last night? What did you think of that men's gymnastics team? How many times did you... NBC is doing a phenomenal job on the Olympics, I believe. That nerdy pommel horse guy, how compelling was that? And they call him Superman. Social media has all kinds of quotes about him. Some are really, really off color, but boy, are they funny. Really, really funny. Yesterday, I had an aunt that passed away. May she rest in peace. Opal, 100 years old. The funeral is in New Effington, South Dakota. New Effington, South Dakota is 3 miles west of Interstate I-29. And they say, New Effington, no services. Usually it'll say gas, lodging, food. New Effington, no services. I took a tour of New Effington yesterday. It took about 3 minutes. There are no services. But anyway, sad note. Laura from the beauty shop is in surgery as we speak. She's been diagnosed with colon cancer. Pat stopped down here to tell me to mention it, and that honestly is all I know, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's just think positive thoughts about her and not talk or speculate or anything like that. We know nothing. Yeah.
Would you please put her address on the bulletin board so we can send cards?
Put her address on the bulletin board. I'll have Julie do that.
Maybe we can collect those.
Oh, there you go. Drop them off at the front desk. We'll get them to her.
Oh, okay.
That might be best. Huh?
There were tanks for her before.
So we've had her at, then Kayla probably has that.
Yeah, because we had those
All right.
tanks.
Here we go. Kayla, when you watch this, please put address tags for Laura on the bulletin board. Thank you. I always think I'm so absolutely cool when I do that.
That's well appreciated.
But I'm not that cool. Trust me, I know. Any questions on anything? All right. Birthdays. July is done almost.
There should be a July newsletter in there too behind
I
it.
got it.
Feels like summer's over.
Okay, what is the date today? 30th. Oh, Zenalou Bennis. Is she down here?
She's in Alaska.
She took an Alaskan cruise for her birthday? Very cool. Very, very, very. Who just came back from an Alaskan cruise? I talked to someone that lives here and they said it was just mind-blowing. Real. Karen, you been on one? Best ever?
Oh, it's the best. I would gladly go back again.
How about mosquitoes?
No, we did
Does Alaska have mosquitoes?
Down on the ocean.
Right, out in the breeze out there. August 3rd, Susan Boren. August 4th, Jan Bergerson and Sandy Cobes. And that's it. No anniversaries. Okay, let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. All right, so it's the last Tuesday of the month. The CIA had an opening for a secret agent. And there were 3 finalists, 2 men and a woman. The final test, a test of your dedication, was to go into a room with a gun and shoot your spouse. The 2 men said no, they couldn't possibly do that. The woman took the gun, went into the room. Shots were heard, one shot after another, and screaming, crashing, banging on the walls. After a few minutes, the woman came out. She wiped the sweat from her brow and said, "The gun is loaded with blanks. I had to beat him to death with the chair." Have a good week, everybody.